Hi, this is Roger Balzer. Welcome to our 2-Minute Tuesday for June 4th of 2019. Our title for this week is No Easy Cure for the Summertime Blues. Although summer doesn't officially begin for about 3 more weeks, many Americans recognize Memorial Day as the unofficial start of the season. For many, summer brings the thoughts of warm weather, beach vacations, and longer days. However, in the investment world, the summer months are associated with lackluster returns, also known as the summertime blues. This year, we enter the summer months following a relatively good, if not bumpy start of the year, which was the S&P up around 11, the Dow up a little over 7. Within the last couple of months, each of the U.S. major large-cap indices came within striking distance of their all-time highs they established last year. However, they've all recently pulled back, and the bullish percent for the New York Stock Exchange has reversed down into O's. That basically means the defensive field is on the team. It's showing decreasing breadth and participation and indicating we should have a more defensive posture as we head into this historically sluggish summer months. Of course, there's no way of knowing how these months are going to play out, but today we'll shed some light on the historical performance of the summer months to see how the notion of the summertime blues came to be. The table you're looking at here shows the returns of both the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 during the summer months. That basically is 31st of May to 31st of August, dating all the way back to 1981. The S&P and the Dow have each finished in the negative territory in 15 of the past 38 summers, basically about 40% of the time. Of those 15 down summers, there were 13 summers in which the S&P and the Dow were both down at the same time. While less than half of the summers have been negative for these benchmarks, the bad summers were indeed bad, with some down double digits over the 3-month period. For instance, in the summer of 1990, the S&P fell 10.69%. In 98, it saw a drop of 12.25%, but the worst summer came in 2002 during the tech crash when the index declined over 14%. During the summer of 2008, which became famous for the longer slide, the S&P fell 8.39%. The market has bucked the trend recently, however, as both indices have posted gains during the most recent 3-year summers. In an effort to determine if there is one month that tends to have an outsized effect on the summer returns as a whole, I compiled a monthly summary of the S&P 500 returns going back to 1958. What I found is that the summer months tend to have a lower median return than most of the other months of the year. It is actually the month of September that historically provided the lowest median return at minus 0.35%, but is followed closely by June, which has a median return of just 0.02%. Notice too that the spread, for example, the max returns in a given month versus the minimum returns in a given month is relatively low for the summer months, namely June and July. A closer look at the month of June reveals a max return of 5.45% in the last 60 years, while every other month except February had a maximum return in excess of 8%. Clearly, June has historically been one of the weaker months for the S&P returns. However, I can't blame the summertime blues on June alone. August has experienced the second largest drawdown after October at minus 14.56%, which compares unfavorably to the other months' minimums, which seem to hover around minus 10%. The data that you see here indicates that the summer blues cannot be traced back to just 1 month. To take this concept one step further, I looked at 4 hypothetical portfolios specific to each of the 4 seasons. They're defined as follows. The winter portfolio is from November 30th through February 28th. The spring from February 28th through May 31st. The summer, May 31st through August 31st. And the fall from August 31st through November 30th. The end result is the summer portfolio greatly underperformed the other 3 seasons, fall, winter, and spring. If you're going to invest only during the spring months, March through May, the initial investment would have a cumulative return of 381% from 1958 through 2018, with an average annualized return of over 10.85%, making it the best performing seasonal portfolio. The summer months pale in comparison to the others, gaining a measly 37% over the last 60 years. That results in an average annualized rate of return of 2.1%. Sure, there have been exceptions along the way, but the summertime blues have, in fact, been a fairly common occurrence for the market participants over the past 60 years, and the summer months have occasionally produced some significant down markets. However, this does not mean that we should all simply go to cash at the end of every spring. Faced between the summer market returns or earning nothing by going to cash on average, investors have ultimately been better off by taking the market return. What it does mean, however, is that leading up to and during this historically weak period, we would be well served to pay attention to our market indicators. This has been Roger Balzer of Balzer Wealth Management. Thank you for listening. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on the web at roger@balzerwealth.com or give me a call at 440-610-3012. As always, make it a great week.